Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. As you could see, I am wearing a foreign hat. And tonight I am wearing my foreign hat for a reason. First of all, I actually want to thank the people who came all the way to a public meeting in Tunapuna and just to present me with this hat as a symbol of their thanks. He married to a Trini and so enamored with the work that I and the Progressive Empowerment Party do. And he said he came here to say, we give him hope in America, fighting with the Bacchanal Day, fighting there. But he also got hope for his wife's country, Trinidad and Tobago. Anyway, we need a date, Tuesday, 26 September, time flying, the 100 days of Christmas underway. We in Trinidad and Tobago dealing with a lot of drama. And you see, anytime the enough t-shirt come out, it's because we have things to say. Clown Prince of Lekoto, he lucky today is Tuesday and not Thursday. To those of you on the YouTube, let me show you where I'm saying. My shirt says enough. You see it? The YouTube feed is limited in scope. Anyway, I wear my foreign hat for a bit. You know the time is now. It is Tuesday. Let me light it up. Time to get lit. We have things to do. Share it now. Call everybody now. Tell them, Philip Live, Bacchanal No Style. We have Keep Rowley Vex. We have him Vex. The man unraveling. Oh, you hear the nonsense? Keep Rowley says, shut up. Deal with you. Shut up. Think you're talking to Ravina? Keep Rowley, this song for you. This for you. Ask me no questions, you will hear no lies. Put down molasses and it will catch no flies. Too little a plan, played by Mr. Hunt. One jump on the other's back and grab she in she country girls. Country boys sitting on a rock. And up came a bumblebee and fight him on his cocktails. Ginger ales, 10 cents a glass. And if you don't like that, you could kiss my hairy. Ask me no questions, you will hear no lies. Put down my Kitos, this for you, brother. This for you. This for you tonight, Kitos. This for you. Keep Rowley. This show is for you. And I'm going to show you how we going to unravel you. You and your bandit clan. I told you we wasn't stopping. You're out of control now. You're like a bull in a China shop. You're telling the population to shut up. Playing in the grass. One jump on the other's back and cook she in. She asked me no questions. You will hear no lies. Put down molasses and it will catch no flies. I'm waiting for the trolls tonight. Go open all up. We're in a different game now. One jump on the other's back and call him a son of a bishop. Had a dog. A pretty little dog was he. He lent into a lady to keep her company. This little dog was wicked. As wicked as can be. He jumped up on the lady's legs and bite her on she country girls. Country boys sitting on a rock. And up came a bumblebee and bit him on his cocktails. Ginger ales, 10 cents a glass. And who don't like that? Don't like that. Could kiss. My hairy, ask me no questions. You will hear no lies. Put down molasses and it will catch no flies. We opening you up tonight, Kitos. We opening you up tonight. We coming for you. You think this is Game of Thrones? We coming for you now. You want to attack our constitutional rights? Boy, we gonna deal with you, boy. When we done, you gotta jump in Paris bag and head to Baghdad. Sister had some money for a nasty man named Hunt. You see, if you don't pay me, I want some other country girls. Country boys sitting on a rock. And up came a bumblebee and bite them on their cocktails. Ginger ales, 10 cents a glass. If you don't like that, you can kiss. I'm going to show you freedom of speech. We're going to open you up tonight. video stick and reboot.
I hope it's true. They tell me how you reform me. 3 cheers to you. Cause it's years now them laws won't changing.
Listen, I see Rhoda Barrett all over Facebook attacking me. Now my people tell me, Philip, leave your attackers alone. You see, I get a haircut today. Leave your attackers alone. Let them attack. Let them attack. Let them attack. And somebody else tell me, it's not Rhoda Barrett's problem. She's still cutting teeth and it's painful at this age. But I want to say something to these little sycophantic trolls. At some point, you're going to have to answer for all that you're saying and all that you're doing in defense of the bullshit that's passing for government in this country. Listen now. They have no way you could sleep at night knowing. You see me? I sleep good. I sleep good knowing that what I stand in for is right and truth and justice. I stand in for people. You, all of you, paid. I see my boy Rocco talking about packing thing for Dominica, but Rocco silent. But he was waving flag and whining in front car in St. James for Rowley after they buy him from COP. But I gotta leave that. I gotta leave that because you see, all of these mucking pretenders that want to fool you. Look a white like you and a black like you and a brown like you. Forget that. Don't be like me. Be like you. Do your work. Do something of value to the people and the nation. Do something that at least when you're done, people have something to say that, listen, this passed through and make my life better.
I see hate. Mr. Speaker, I see bitterness. Mr. Speaker, I see acrimony. Mr. Speaker, I see animosity. And Mr. Speaker, I see a man completely out of control. Completely out of control, Mr. Speaker. That is what I see. And that problem is not a new problem to me, you know. I was aware of the tendency for the other member to go out of control.
I stick it up in right there. Because Patrick Mervyn Augustus, nasty, stinking, dirty Manning, when you said I was aware of the members, but he was aware that he had this tendency to get out of control, and still you unleashed him on the nation. You was on pure bullshit too, and I hope cockroach still eating your eyeballs, brother.
It is an ugly case. Everybody has a chance to do it. But not like my good friend. The minute you oppose my good friend, Mr. Speaker, the minute you oppose my good friend,
He becomes
gets
a
very, very
raging
angry.
bull.
And if you oppose him strongly, Mr. Speaker, he becomes a raging bull. And that is what this government is not prepared to. That is what it was. We just were not prepared to accept that.
Here, man. Plain talk can't be bad manners. And I wrote this for my boy Ketos. But before I write it, well, they must be wondering, what the hell do Philip tonight? How come Philip just take off in the man so? Well, you have to hear this. Because the tell me that say it is he. And I want to know who have him vexed so? For him to come out and say this, it had to be that Sunshine Snacks and Lockjack come behind him. Because the only people I know exporting anything to CARICOM is Lockjack and Barbara Mute and this imitation cereal and corn curls we sell in this country. This nation have the best chocolate on planet Earth. You'll ever eat the nonsense that's come out of Charles chocolate? That have anything like chocolate in it? But wait now. Hey, your partner.
Because those now who have a lot to say about what I said about Dominica have misconducted themselves and so annoyed our CARICOM purchasers of our goods.
We have misconducted ourselves. Hear this son of a bitch. Hear him. Chief Bacchanalis. If she ignore me dog, I go back at she cat. Hear he the geometry himself. Listen.
And we were in danger of losing our CARICOM market. And
CARICOM market for what? What do we sell to CARICOM? We buy from CARICOM. The CARICOM jetty, the boats just leave here empty. They just come here with their CARICOM goods. What the hell is this man talking about?
just shut your mouth and let you know until you strike.
What? Is mad this man mad? Is mad this man mad? He must be taking anyway. Let me hear him again.
Those now who have a lot to say about what I said about Dominica have misconducted themselves and so annoyed our CARICOM purchasers of our goods that we were in danger of losing our CARICOM market. And all I will say to them is just shut your mouth and let you know until you strive.
Now that is your Prime Minister, people. And this is what I had to say, because you know your boy had to respond. So immediately upon hearing that, I took to my rapier pen and I said, wait. Did the Clown Prince of Lekoto the father of many bastards, the first of the black sabgers, and the Mason Hall whiner boy really tell the nation to shut up? I swear this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And if the first wave of democracy made this royal jackass fat, the next piece of information on the same Dominica, and you're getting it tonight. We just get freedom of information from the United States of America on, you see that crying jackass Skerrit all over the Caribbean crying? Wait, Dorothy, wait. And if the first wave of democracy made this royal jackass fat, the next piece of information on the same Dominica and its crying prime minister and some rumored public oil rights he allegedly sold for private gain will make him shit his Francis fashion sponsored khakis. Imagine the fun when the nation realizes the school teacher who lambasted this country, Trinidad and Tobago people, for us not caring about Dominica, herself abandoned her homeland and is now actually a green card carrying native of Texas. But stick a pin in all that hypocrisy. Come back to his failure as a leader to do anything of value for anyone in this country. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have empty pots, Clown Prince, barely able to feed their own. Or is it that, like Marie Antoinette, your time among the Syrian Kabbalistic 1% has lulled you into believing that everyone gets their dinners delivered by Prestige Holdings, piping hot and on time? And had he an ounce of empathy, he would know the struggles of the people who have fed him and his family for the past 31 years he's sitting in a public office. The same people on whom he turned his back while the mighty midget of Maraval unleashes hell after hell after hell, barely propping up their own homes. How are they to open it to strangers on your say-so? Is it the collective miss me with that bullshit that has you reeling, Kitos? Because the people have found their power, they've found their voices, and 2 years in office you are a lame duck because they see you for the fraud that you are and are sitting cocked like Mapapi to vote your ass into oblivion. So go and tell Sharon and Ravina to open their homes and pots, Keith, and leave the rest of the good people of Trinidad and Tobago alone. We have all had just enough of you and your clunker of incompetence. I remember your silence when that little boy's throat was sliced to the bone, and when that elderly chap was allowed to die ignobly and in disgrace on the hospital front lawn. Where was all this piety then? You do not get to be the arbiter of virtue, you dirty little man. As it is, at the very least, you will be a footnote in history, the worst prime minister this country has ever had. If we survive the madness of your administration, it won't be because of you. It'll be in spite of you. So if I were you, I would not be provoking the people further. You need to sit up, shut up, and try to look intelligent and hope against hope that your joke of a government does not collapse in a heap of corruption, theft, and mismanagement. I am ashamed to call you Prime Minister, and you do not have the moral authority to tell anyone how, when, why, or where to speak. Or as the Tobagonians themselves say, get your blasted self. And give him something now, man. Give him something. This joker, this clown prince of Likoto, that's your prime minister. How you feeling tonight? How you feeling?
Yeah. Revelation.
That democracy burning you on the Baghdad Princess? Silky draws. All you don't know how to turn off Facebook, how to shut up people. It's burning and it's burning and it's burning like bubbles, eh? It don't start, brother. The people wake up. The people wake up. Education was going to be my topic this evening. Because it is easy to control people who are stupid. It's easy to control people who don't know better. And it is a deliberate ploy by the PNM government, but trumped and followed suit by the UNC, Pandey and Kamla. Somebody sent me a message tonight from Basdeo Pandey of all people, reaching out to the Progressive Empowerment Party and saying, let's work together on constitutional reform. Basdeo Pandey, miss me with that bullshit, brother, because while you were in government and you were prime minister and you had the authority to do so, you were playing golf with Dupree and friends. So don't come now that the people spit you out. Don't come now looking to jump on an orange bandwagon and think that we here to move with you, bro. You have nothing that you selling that we interested in buying. Yes, good cakes. We will laugh like everybody else. We will line with you. If I see you out, you're sure to get some drinks. No lie. I sponsor him. But we want nothing politically to do with you. You are a dead horse like Manning. Waste of freaking time. Came into government to ferry your nest and that of your friends. Your legacy is $1 billion cowshed in Piaco that have Ish and Steve and Brian and all the functionally broke Clico and CL Financial when you was Prime Minister. You knew it was insolvent and you was liming with them and giving them government contracts and left it there to fall like the proverbial sword of Damocles on the necks of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You did that. And when Dupree was trying to buy Caroni rum stocks and buy the Pitch Lake and buy Petrotrin through you and give you money to put your 2 daughters in school, £1 million, and have Michaela Cockdale, like she going and be somebody leader. But you can't be nobody leader until you answer for the £1 million. You have to answer for that. You have to answer for these things. You can't just bump in here and pretend that it just started, no matter what the Guardian trying to do. No matter what games they're trying to play. And you are on a side. I'm not even taking on all your pandas now. But don't think we forget when Gillett was trying to buy the whole bandwidth. So any cell phone and any radio station and any TV station would have paid here a percentage. Madness went on under you guys. We know. I remember sitting down in Cato office with Amar and Eskai and Phelps and listening to this man tell you how you buy in to the airport development. Listen now, brother. They have nothing you have to sell. None of you parties. None of it. None of them. Not Herbert Volney and his one-man Section 35 Dominican party. You should be in Dominica now, Volney. Go and compete against Skerritt. It's one-man party for one-man party. And we're dealing with you tonight, Mr. Skerritt. You and the oil rights Dominica sold. Where did the money go? Who got the money, Mr. Skerritt? Did you get it personally? Is it in Switzerland? And you're crying all over the world for the people of Dominica when all the money that they needed to bail them out after the hurricane sitting down in a private bank account. Now, you tell me, what you call them tears, boy? And you find the Clown Prince of Lekoto, the father of bastards, because these are the only people he seemed to be able to friends with. Jamet and Bacchanales, bandits and conspirators. He seems to only know the Maduros of this world. This is who we have as a Prime Minister. Chief Whiner Boy of Mason Hall. Is anyone proud of this man? Besides, of course, Rhoda Barrett and Corn Beef Man and all of those who are getting paid to lie. Because the money will run out, you know. The money or the ability to lie with a straight face will run out. At some point, they had to talk straight and they had to talk true. And they had to tell you there is nothing about this Keith Rowley administration that is of benefit or value to anybody. The country is cursed. We feel like a kobo shitting on us every day, 24 hours a day. There is nothing happening in Trinidad and Tobago to the benefit or value of anybody. Nobody wakes up any time and says, yes. Well, besides Gabriel and Sinanan and Arawi and them who gorging. They may just eating, them gorging. But besides them, who else? Who else has wake up a day in Trinidad and Tobago and say, yes, boy? Nobody. We limp into our reality every day. A nation tense and in fear. We are in fear of everything. We are in fear of abuse and advantage and knowing that there's nobody for us to turn to. They could do what they want. They could do what we want. The country broken, bent, spoiled, hobbling. It poised to fail. This is Trinidad and Tobago. And even the ones who quiet Simon the Nobrega, my partner Paul Naus. All of them who quiet, who have to stay quiet. 3 tons of fun. 3 tons of fun lobby for them. Rocky quiet. They had to stay quiet because they can't talk. It could choke them. You campaign for this. You campaign for this. So you lobby for this and you have to stay quiet now while the nation get raped. You're co-conspirator before the fact. And you had to know because a leopard doesn't change its spots. You had to know the PNM is in one business and one business only, rape the nation. That's what the Balizé is. The Balizé is toxic tonic and juice to get people stupid. And all you who lobby for them, who take in your stupid little 10 days company or for your own personal self, all you who trying to pretend that you're decent and have integrity but no full, and in fact, you sold us down the river like the slaves at the point of no return. Black man for black man, take jam. Ain't? Well, that's shame, boy. And still posting on Facebook like anything all you have to say, anybody need to hear. But it must come out. It must come out. The old people like to say, night does run till day catch up with it. At some point, your own legacy will be hung around your neck. At some point. At some point. And Rowley, you could vex till you cry blood. Brother, I'm not stopping till they fire your ass and prosecute your entire government. Or they have questions to answer. Serious questions. You think because you evade all them other things that every day is Sunday? Well, they think so. Think so. Where's the investigation into what your partner Emil Elias doing in B-Mobile? Where's the investigation into that take TSTT money and buy a fake, fraudulent, flip-flop, flim-flam company from Massey? Massey Communication. 35 customers. Eh? Where? Where that investigation? Where it? But you want to tell people shut up so Mute and Lockjack could sell chocolate. Catch me if you can. And what was the other one that they sell? Crack crack and ping pong. This what going on. Lockjack and them send you on TV to tell people shut up because Dominica used to buy Charles chocolate and sunshine snacks and they ain't gonna buy no more. Because they go find somebody else to sell them fake snacks and fake cereal and fake chocolate. It's only poor people could buy that. Once you have some sense and some money, you buy them from Lockjack, everything is crap. Everything Sunshine Snacks and Universal Cereal selling is crap. Is one step above pig food. They know it, I know it, everybody know it. But you're living in a country where the people are kept poor, where they don't get their share of the money, where it is stolen, so they're left with no choice but to eat hog food. But a day will come when change will come and the people will remember. The people will remember. All through history, legends are written down by the people who win. And let me tell you something. Dictatorships and abusers, they don't last forever. They don't last forever. They never last. They will last for a time. But at some point, good and truth and justice prevails. The people are standing up. They are standing up. And all your bought and paid defenders, sycophants, can't make a difference. You can't change the national conversation. And we're sitting down and we're waiting. Because we're going to file a Freedom of Information Act, yeah? Yes, request under the Freedom of Information Act. And you think that the Dominica bullshit and this shut up thing going to distract we. But Kitos, I want to tell you, as I told Trinidad in April, when fixing TNT and Abdullah and them jump on, because we had the ferry thing blow up, so they want to feel like they think too. Come on, boy. Long after they forget and go their way, we still asking, we filing, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm giving you a heads up. Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. We are going to file a Freedom of Information request for these 4 things. We want copies of all documents inviting Bridgman Services Group and or Bridgman's Trinidad LP to provide vessels to service the Trinidad and Tobago Sea Bridge. We want a copy of all documents awarding Bridgman Services Group and or Bridgman's Trinidad LP the contract to provide vessels to service the Trinidad and Tobago Sea Bridge. We want copies of all financial information submitted to the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago by Bridgman Services Group and or Bridgman's Trinidad LP, inclusive of audited financials. And finally, we want copies of all documents provided to the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago by Bridgman Services Group and or Bridgman's Trinidad Limited on the local representatives of Bridgman's. You see, I want you to know, I want you to know that you are liar in chief. You lied your way into government. Emailgate was the greatest deception ever pulled by a man. And you know that I know where you got the sweep from. And then you had to doctor it and pretend that it was emails. And then you had to go in the parliament and hijack the parliament. You even dirty the Integrity Commission and make a mess of poor Ken Gordon's legacy. Because Ken ain't no better. Ken really don't know better. Only it's easy to get Ken afraid Indian people. The last time they talked about bringing down the corridor when Pandey first went, Chutney Rising. Only remember that? Remember your history, you know. Remember your history. Don't forget. So when you went up by Ken up the road from your house in Newberry Hill, and you went up by Ken to tell him, boy, Ken, look, Kamala and them going and kill journalists. I get these as emails. You lied to Ken. And that's why I can't really vex with Ken too much. But I want to vex with Ken for not telling you, come to the Integrity Commission's office so I can have a witness sit down inside of there. So I, as chairman of the Integrity Commission, could never be accused of conspiring with you, the leader of the opposition, to take down a sitting government. Because that's how it appeared. You said to the nation, you're a liar. You said to the nation, I got this email 6 months ago. And it said that you was going to kill a journalist, Denise Wren. You remember that? And spy on the DPP. And get the DPP elevated to judge so that you could control the DPP office. And all this bullshit that you had in Emailgate. And Gary Griffith and Kamala and Anand and whoever else was in the email thing. But you say that you had this smoking gun and it kept you awake for 6 months. It outlined that they were going to kill a journalist. And at no point in time, Kitos, you stinking dirty liar, did you get anybody in law enforcement involved? At no point in time did you give Denise Wren a heads up that Kamala and them coming to kill you? At any point? Who did you think you were fooling? But it's like when you went to the parliament and you say, and it's there, and it's your legacy. I went to the Prime Minister in 2003 to tell him about massive bid rigging taking place in Unicott. The only problem is you were telling the nation that in 2009. And you went to him in 2003 and you told the Prime Minister that his government was more corrupt than Piaco, which was then known to have stolen billions of dollars. And you sat in cabinet for the next 6 years and ate cabinet food and drank cabinet wine, but worse. In between 2003 and 2009, there was an election. And you didn't tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago that Patrick Manning was sitting on the most corrupt government in this country's history, because up till then you was eating food. You stinking dirty little lion man, and it is only when called a heart fire you, only when he tell you, you have no power over me, that you throw your national tantrum and you decide to conspire and get this man out of office so you can become Prime Minister. And look at where we are today, eating the bread the devil himself needs. Look at where we are. Look at where we are today. The only country in the world in a recession. The people who challenging me on the point that Dominica, for all the bad, Dominica need a clean up and a rebuild and they good. Trinidad need a reboot. We need to undo and a redo. The people in Dominica going through pressure for 2 weeks now. We going through pressure for 20 years. The people of Dominica see 18 people dead by a hurricane. We just get 18 people dead a week. Dominica nice, still as it is. If all you have 1 ounce of decency, tell Dominica people, even if rain and sun wetting your ass like the donkey tie up on the fence, take that. At some point, you will have a house. But here, in this Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land, this is a country where you go to make a police report and the policeman rape you. This is that country. Dominicans don't want nothing here. And our justice system takes 17 years to prosecute that. 17 years. So miss me with the collective bullshit. And this teacher, she's a school teacher. When you go and watch her Facebook, she's a slackest. She's a total slackest, but forget that because you're entitled to be a slackest. You want? Look, in Trinidad and Tobago, I yet to hear Woodsman. Well, Woodsman must be enjoy it. When this girl went to, if it burning, you might need to go and see a doctor. Not supposed to burn. But if the Ministry of Education didn't have a problem with bubbling for little preteen girls, and having them singing about it burning and it burning and it burning when I sit down on it and I wind back on it, what Dominica want here? That jackass telling you that place in our schools for your children to come and learn about it burning and it burning and it burning. That what you want for your family? Trinidad is a failed nation. The fact that a hurricane didn't hit us is not something to be proud of. In fact, some people say if we get a proper disaster, we might get the start over we need. Listen, this country is not joke failed, you know. This jackass and his fake piety that want to bring 500 Dominicans here is go to work in Port of Spain every single day, and there are 10,000 homeless people in Port of Spain sleeping in the shit and the piss, and he don't care. He don't care. He don't want to open nobody pot and nobody house for them because it's not convenient. It's not fashionable. It's not bandwagonist enough. Leave them. No pot, no house. Leave them. Dominica, open your pot, open your house. And all that is fake piety. So miss me with your bullshit. But to the ones caught up in it, I'm telling you, because we jump out early. When tomorrow is the last day for donations at 19 Stanmore Avenue because our shipment leaving to Dominica. So tomorrow is the last day for donations, those who want to help. We have everything packed up. Some nice hampers. When it lands, they're distributing family by family by family. It will last you a couple of days and stretch you. Right? But the truth of the matter that stands and faces us tonight that we cannot escape is that we, and the only reason I believe in this insane hurricane season, all them hurricanes passing far from Trinidad. That same school teacher making joke. Hurricane don't touch Dominica. And laughing at the other countries that get lashed until Dominica get hit. But the only reason hurricane don't hit Trinidad is because we already have Kamala and Keith. And anything else would be cruel and unusual punishment. And God don't work so. God don't work so. We settle in karmic debts for centuries to come, you know. When we get these two bandit clans, these two corrupt and cancerous cults away from us and beyond us and outside of any control of anything that we have, when we undo and redo and reboot the republic so we share all of the benefits and bounty of this country with all of the people, the gods will smile because they will say, welcome, welcome my good and faithful servants. You paid the price. You took your jam in. You took your jam in. You took it. Think about it. When you want to hear something, give a little something. A little something. Dominica, not Trinidad. But laughing how we have Rowley vexed, boy. And laughing how we have him vexed. Want to tell Trinidad, shut up. Brother, slow your roll. I remember Robbie said after he lost the election in 1991, he said for the next couple of years, he used to walk through Trinidad and Tobago like he had political aids. Nobody would even talk to him. Rowley, I feel that in your future, brother. I feel that in your future. What you see below, courtesy of WikiLeaks, is a declassified United States Department cable detailing the events surrounding the sellout of Dominica's rights to Bird Island to Hugo Chavez and Venezuela. Before 2006, Dominica maintained that it had territorial rights to Bird, which is technically a reef, awash at high tide and not an island. It is therefore part of Dominica's 200-mile internationally recognized exclusive economic zone and therefore not subject to any other nation's bogus territorial claim. The area is too far from Venezuela to support any such similar claim. Venezuela's assertion that it was awarded the island by Spain has no legal basis. One cannot transfer or acquire the economic zone of another country. It is inviolate under the law. Note well that the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea and the International Court of Justice have rejected China's bogus claims to reefs and submerged lands in the South China Sea. According to reliable sources, and if you read the cables below, and I am putting this in this feed thread so you could have it. So you could view it and you could view all of the documents. According to reliable sources, and if you read the cable below, Dominica's Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerritt, abruptly and without the authority of his nation's elected legislature, abandoned Dominica's long-standing claim to Bird Island. He reportedly personally received a bribe to take that action. The official version that Venezuela agreed to fund construction in Dominica is not the complete story. Many experts believe that the region to the west of Dominica, which includes Bird Island, has a high probability that there will be deposits of petroleum and natural gas available to extract. This makes it potentially Dominica's most valuable natural resource. How much did this corrupt prime minister take to roll over and state that his country had no claim? Is that part of the millions of dollars bribe money that insiders say Skerritt has stashed away in Swiss banks? We cannot say, but Dominica needs to re-establish its legal claims to Bird Island and recover it for the future of its country. Funny how if you wait long enough, the bullshit starts to smell. I just shared it. You will see it run up in the feed. And I want to see this Casimir, Miss Bacanales, the Dominican Jamet Queen from Texas. I want to see you call out your Prime Minister on this claim that Bird Island was sold to Venezuela by the weeping princess of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerritt. Yeah? The longer you wait, the more the bullshit starts to smell. All the way. This is dedicated to Michael Nahus. Mikey Nahus, who don't like me to play music in my live videos. In my video, I like music. If any of those hurricanes, the Mexico earthquake had hit Trinidad, that night, brought to you by White Oak, when it pours, you rain, and Carib would have made social media memes of showing people crushed under buildings, holding a Carib, or holding on to a coconut tree blowing away, holding a Carib, because that's the level of advertising alcohol come to in Trinidad. But worse, we are jamming still people, and we don't care. We don't care what happened. We don't care. That's why it's happening. That's why your Prime Minister could tell you, shut up. Recession No bother we.
Promote a fete, and you must see, having a party to the full extreme. I like it too, with kerosene.
We have a member and a friend, Suzette Lua, and Suzette wrote this, Keith Rowley, LOL. So it would seem that the ever-learned statesman has some advice for the people of this country. Shut your mouth and let the country strive. Classy. Well done, Keith. Eloquent as usual. Rowley, you are the epitome of asinine. First and foremost, we live in a democratic society and we are free to speak and we do not require your permission to do so. You, however, should pay attention to your own advice. And instead of belittling women in this country, be a real leader instead of a stool. The citizens of this country may have shown more compassion if they were not hungry, poor, and running scared because of rampant crime. None of which you have been able to alleviate, and you want to tell people to shut them out? What would embolden you to think that you can speak to the people who voted for you in this manner? Do you believe that you are no longer accountable to the electorate and that we should be whipped into submission? Are you of the opinion that you are not to be questioned? Should we trust your assurances when clearly you are selling crap in a clay vessel? But that aside, what CARICOM businesses are we losing or at risk of losing? Who gets the foreign exchange in this country? The answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen, will tell you who stands to lose this CARICOM business. Because like myself, no small business in this country is getting any meaningful foreign exchange in order to do anything but domestic business. So the people who are concerned about this CARICOM threat to cease business with Trinidad and Tobago are the ones who are getting all the foreign currency in this country. So as far as I'm concerned, that threat only affects a few well-appointed recipients of the country's scarce resource, also known as financiers and friends of the PNM. So Keith, the more you say to be quiet, the more I will speak out. If nothing comes out of this but sheer annoyance for you, then at least I would have smiled. LOL at Rowley. Your frustration is showing, Chief Nothingness. And I love that woman, you know. Bend them over KFC counter. Our reality, our truth starts here. This country cannot continue like this. We will end up in a crisis. We're practically there. No one in this nation is safe. No one can access foreign exchange in the bank. No one gets interest on their money in the bank. Everyone is suffering from the fees and the charges being offloaded on the population by the banks, seemingly without recourse, without answer. They have nobody to turn to, and the country continues to limp along. The average person cannot access credit for their business, and businesses are closing down. You can't get credit, you can't get foreign exchange. It is decimating the middle class. Dictatorships all over the world require two things: a tiny but very wealthy top 1% and a vast mass poverty. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, are right now embroiled in some kind of mad social experiment where the government has created a fake recession to destroy this country. This is a world where for the first time in history, the entire planet is on schedule for 3.5% growth globally. The only country in the world in recession is Trinidad and Tobago. How could that be? How is that possible? We cannot continue like this. We will end up in a crisis. Our country is limping along. Crime is destroying the moral fabric of the nation. Priests were kidnapped and robbed. They are invading churches. We are at a point where the social fabric is collapsing. People are seeing each other as prey. The homeless, the destitute, the 300,000 who live under the poverty line. You know what the poverty line is? Who barely getting by on $10 a day. They don't care about how you feel, about what you think and who you are. They need to eat. Like you, they have needs, and they will do what it takes to fill those needs. We live in a country where the government is about to embark upon building a highway that we do not need. Another failed project to fatten finances, while the people of this country are suffering. We are living in a time when the average Trinidadian and Tobagonian does not know to whom to turn. We're broken. The journalists, the media, has sold out. They are now PR spokespersons for the government and for whichever political parties they choose to give coverage to. The Progressive Empowerment Party that has had public meetings, well-attended public meetings in Port of Spain, San Fernando, Chaguanas, Maraval, Santa Cruz, Point Fortin, Barrackpore, Mamaral, and Tunapuna, has never benefited from even a line of news. Not even a line. But Herbert Volney, who has formed a political party and registered it with the EBC, even though he is the only member of the party, he gets news coverage in Sunday Guardian. Why is that? Why is that? Why is it that you must wake up in a country where all of your rights are being trampled upon? The constitutional defense of a free press is predicated on the press being free. If the press is not free, what is the point of the protection? The people of Trinidad and Tobago have to, at this point, be well aware, and people tell me every single day, they tell me every single day of the power of this party. And they say, you don't know, Philip, you do not know how big the PEP already is. I wait to see. I understand people's fear. But we went Mamaral and pulled a crowd. And somebody from the UNC today told me, brother, they noticed because UNC don't pull a crowd in Mamaral. And it's a UNC safe seat. We pull a crowd in Mamaral. So it have to be telling you something. That the people of Trinidad and Tobago are fed up. They are completely disgusted with what is passing for government and have no interest, under no circumstances, of ever contemplating anything that comes out of the United National Congress. The Congress of the People is finally dead. There was a wake, it was well attended by no one, but it is accepted as dead. The coffin was lowered 6 feet into the ground, set on fire, and covered with manure. There will never be a Congress of the People in Trinidad and Tobago again, and we should all applaud it, because the one chance it had at government, its soul, its integrity, its ethics, its morality, for pottage and pieces of silver. Nobody came out of the Congress of the People and went forward as real representatives, real representation, anybody that you could turn to with any plans, programs, policies, or ideas of value to take this nation forward. And you need to be guided by that. The MSJ is a marching band for hire by the PNM, trotted out when they need David Abdullah to make noise. David Abdullah is Faris Al-Rawi light with an OWTU marching band behind him. The TOP is a seatless bicycle. You don't want to ride it for too long because at some point it's going to hurt. What is left? The ILP? That was Jack Warner's reaction. That's no more. That's gone. They have no more ILP. The people who still think in that party and their meeting is because drink's still flowing. When the rum done, that party done. The reality for Trinidad and Tobago is there is one real growing political organization, a vehicle of hope that is giving you the opportunity to stand up and speak truth to power. We have this son of a bitch pissed and vexed because we dare to stand on the supreme law of Trinidad and Tobago and quote the Constitution of the Republic. And it is on that document that we defend our right to speak freely. So when you want to tell people to shut up, keep Rowley, go and look for your wife and all your bastards. Have nothing to say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you disrespectful son of a bitch. It is those people that have fed you and your children. And this is how you return the favor. But we will move forward time longer than twine. And it's a long, long rope from Aga Goat. You must get your just desserts and it's going to come. You're going to get yours. Like when Manning had get all them right, Mangola, remember in Balizi House? When they lost to Kamla. Kitos, you was part of that. You're right, Mango locked and loaded, but they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Share the video, please. Let everybody know. Spread the word. Build your momentum. This is your voice. We are you. Us together will rescue this nation.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's fate. One use it well, reform its way. If it is that who you're voting,
Fail beyond a doubt when you're voting.
vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven,
To be only full of mouth when you're voting.
vote them out. Vote them out.
If it is the building,
Now that change should come about.
just as how you vote them in.
Vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they don't see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out.
Show them no mercy.
Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Let's put our country
Together again. Vote them out of power.
terminate the reign.
Let's put our country together again.
A man tell me, he said, I don't let me chill and watch news anymore. I don't know what's going to come out this jackass of a prime minister's mouth. And it's true. He is no example for nobody, young or old. Time to get rid of this man. Time to fire them. It's time to fire them. We need a mechanism to fire these failed politicians. We need recall.
If for 30 years you voting them in, and there's only tears as soon as they win, they give you big words and enslave your souls, promising you roads.
And giving potholes.
If they are the reason why the economy won't sprout, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the building ISIS, east, west, north, and south, the same way you vote them in.
Vote them out.
Register and vote them
Get ready. Join the Orange Revolution. Be a soldier in the Orange Army. We frightening them. We frightening them. We send sunshine snacks to knock on Rowley door. He vex. Good. Understand. The tail don't wag the dog. We the people of Trinidad and Tobago say so. Tell him that. Vote them out. Vote them out. Fire them. Both sides. Yellow and steady. Red and ready. Mash, dog. Mash. Get them out of power. We need an election. This country can't survive this madness no more. Time to done.
If their policy,
Is a fallacy.
bureaucracy, a catastrophe. If they cannot cope, and you see it so,
Then your only hope is for them to go.
if it is fabrication, these statements that they spout,
Listen to the man.
you're voting.
Vote them out. This is your anthem. This is the party song.
That's make you want to shout.
When we launch the national rally, and it's coming soon, motorcades from all corners jamming this song. We ready. We on the march. We on the move. 1.3 million strong. Vote them out. Register and vote them out.
All of them,
Vote them out. Them and their system.
them and the system. Put them out in Scarborough.
And in Port of Spain. Let's put our country together again. One people under one flag. No more race voting. No more division. Get ready, Trinidad and Tobago. Tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your friends, up and down, sideways, all sides. Tell them, get ready. We are part of a growing momentum, a wave of change that is going to wash this country clean. You have to stand up and be counted. It is no longer enough to be upset. You need to be outraged. And you need to be outraged enough to understand your role as a citizen. We all have responsibilities. We have to stand together, hold hands, lock arms, and get ready. Get ready.
People must come first.
Citizens by right. None of we are worse. Yellow, black, or white. Food, shelter, and clothes. Free movement and speech. A garden that grows. And one law for each.
If it is that injustice is what they always show.
When you're voting, fire them.
If it is that avarice is all they seem to know. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is their politics, it's just a puppet show. When elections day come,
All bandits must go.
register and
Vote them out.
if they don't see,
Vote them out.
take your finger and
Vote them out.
show them no mercy.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with total scorn.
And utter disdain. Let's put our country together again.
Vote them out of power.
Terminate their reign.
Let's put our country together again.
Education, healthcare, food production, home ownership, security of the person, proper works, infrastructural development and maintenance. This is not a difficult country to manage. We could end crime in quick time. We need to fix the police service, undo and redo. Fire all the corrupt and rogue police officers. Prosecute who you have evidence to prosecute. Replace them with proper hard-working police officers who want to protect and serve. Reposition on a 21st century policing, broken windows policy. We will serve at the community level. One command center and all police in the community. All of a sudden, criminal afraid to move about because police are wrong. Police walk in the beat and police patrol cars around. And we will make the army, homeland security, we will use them as support for the police. We will use them to suppress and eradicate the gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago and to help defend against the drug barons and the drug trafficking. We will end the smuggling of drugs and guns and human trafficking in this country. A maritime security wall and an unstuffing of all containers on the ports. These are things that can be done. These are things that should be done. These are things that would be done under a Progressive Empowerment Party government. Go and ask Kamala and Keith why they never did it. Why did you not ever endeavor to stop the flow of drugs and guns? Keep Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley told this nation that there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country, but he never told this nation what he planned to do to stop the guns from coming in, or what he plans to do to pick up the guns that are already here. And he wants to tell you to shut up. Let me tell you something. If you shut up, the stones will speak out. There is a saying, you can muffle the drum and you can loosen the strings of the lyre, but who will command the skylark not to sing? That was written by Khalil Gibran. Jesus Christ said, you could silence me and the stones will speak out. This is your country. And not 2x4 tin pot whiner boy from Mason Hall going to come and tell you to shut up. Tell Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley as one people loud and reverberate through the hills. Miss me with that bullshit, brother. You don't get to tell me that. Yes, until tomorrow, people, this is your country. Time to start standing up. Send your email now when this video is going on. Right now, type your email to pep@gmail.com. Say, I want to join. I want to serve. Give us your name, your address, your email address, and not your home address. Your name, your address, your email address, and your phone number. And in any skill sets that you bring to the table that you would like to offer, that you would like to help. PEP, P-E-P-A-P-P is the PEP app,
at any of the app stores, and it's free to download. PEPTT.com is the website. Get yourself connected. Get yourself on board. Reach out to all of the people that you see on the thread, sharing the PEP information and the PEP message. Come and be part of the PEP family. This is the Orange Revolution. It has come to rescue the nation, and it belongs to all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. One people under one flag. We are doing this. We are going to bring change we could really use. It is time to sweep out all of this banditry masquerading as government in this country for the past 55 years. Yes, I hope to see you all at the next meeting, Saturday in Stanmore Avenue at noon. Come out in your numbers, fill up the space. We must spill out into the yard. We must spill out into the road. We must frighten them. We must worry them. They must know that it's growing and it's coming. And a united people, united in common cause to rescue this nation. Yes? See you all tomorrow. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.